Hi, thank you for watching. Today we're going to go through some repairs to tools that you may have. We're going to be working with micrometers today. And some of these need to be repaired, some of them just need to be checked out and make sure they're still reading the right specification. And we're going to go ahead and dig into that and show you what the procedure is for this kind of repair and to check to make sure that your micrometers are reading correctly. Alright, so what we got going on here is some of these micrometers have the edges a little bit roughed up, and then the thimbles are actually off of these, and we're going to show you how to put these particular ones back on. So with these designed, they have the spring that goes in there, then you have the locking or the actual thimble mechanism that goes in there, and it'll sit quite firmly on the shaft. There's actually a spot on the shaft where there's a pinch on each side, creating a notch, and these gear mechanisms have got a notch cut into them as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that spring on, put that gear on there, and then take the actual thimble mechanism. Oh, sorry, I forgot the other one. It goes on the inside. It goes on top. And then the spring goes on. And then the tip just slides down. Holding all that in place, and then there's a screw that goes on the top. You're just going to take your screwdriver and tighten that up. Making sure it's nice and firm. Something got pinched in there. There we go. Had that spring in the wrong position. Okay. Now that we got that set up, we'll tighten it up again, make sure that it's in there correctly. Okay. And it is ratcheting perfectly. Now this is a 1 to 2 inch. So we're going to take the 2-inch measuring bar that came with this. We're going to set it in between and bring that micrometer down on it as flat as possible. Now when it is on there, you want to use the ratchet to make sure it's tight. You don't want to crank down on this because that will throw the adjustment off. So you're just going to use that ratchet and make sure that it's on there tight. You're going to come over here and check the reading of it. And we are at 2 inches, which is perfect. Go ahead and use that same ratchet and pull that out, and that one is done. We have another one here that we're going to go ahead and show you. This is a 2 to 3 inch micrometer. I'm going to go ahead and put the spring in, put one half of the ratchet mechanism in, put the other half of the ratchet mechanism on top of that, and then set the thimble on top. Setting the screw on top, and then taking your screwdriver and then tightening it up. Don't over torque these or tighten them up extremely, because you could break that screw off and that would cause you quite a bit of problems actually. Okay, something is not clicking right. So that spring must have gotten pinched. Here again, we're going to go ahead and take it apart. Check to see if that spring got pinched. Yep, it did. They're kind of tricky because that spring does like to get pinched quite a bit. We're going to try this again and get it nice in there gently. Okay, we'll try it again. Put that screw back in there. Tighten that up. Check the ratcheting mechanism again. There we go. We got it set up. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to take that 3-inch, and you can actually check with both the 2 and the 3. We're going to start with the 3 though. Just going to undo this until the 3-inch mark, roughly. I'm going to go a bit more here. Set it in between, making sure that it is flat, and using the ratcheting part of it to tighten it up. Like, again, don't just crank down on this mechanism. You want to make sure that it uses its own power with the ratchet to actually get it everything tightened up. And then we're just going to check the measurement, make sure it is at 3 inches, which it is. We'll go ahead and take that one out. And like I was saying earlier, you can take this one because it is a 2 or a 3-inch. You can check it with both the 3-inch bar or the 2-inch bar. So we'll go ahead and check it with the 2-inch bar just to double check to make sure that this micrometer is actually set correctly and is going to give you an accurate reading. Again, putting that bar in between the posts and then using the ratcheting end to tighten it up, making sure this bar is flat in there as possible. And then checking the measurement, and it is good. And that's it. That's how you put back together the thimble part or the ratcheting part of a manual micrometer, and to check the spec on it, making sure it's reading properly. Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and be sure to watch our next videos.